gonna quickly do this so that I can record some myth. Huh, that's weird. I guess that's how you do overlays and stuff like that. Cool. Now I know. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and start here. This is Myth 2 Soulblighter, which is a PC game that I wanted to chat with you guys about. It was made by Bungie in 1998, which you can see right down there. Do I have save films? I do have save films. Okay, this is awesome. So this helps me out quite a bit because this lets me show you things that are going on in the game without having to worry about a whole lot. So I'm going to go ahead and start this up. And we're going to zoom out a little bit. And we can do this. Myth is a strategy RPG. Kind of. I say kind of because you see here I have units who have leveled up, who are veterans of multiple battles, who get to do all kinds of awesome things. But it's primarily a strategy game. I have my archers who are all heroes with a crazy number of kills. This is about midway through the campaign. So what's happening here is I need to complete whatever the objective is in the game. In this case, it's get in the Snowy Pass and discover the fate of the scouting party. I'll tell you now, it didn't go well for the scouting party. Just a heads up. Just so you know. I'm moving around with the arrow keys. I can select units. But this is a lot of the game, which is balancing your stuff out. You can see right here, just fire on the arms. And I'm now throwing grenades.
That was mine! Got him!
And I'm gonna pause that, because that's very loud. So we're gonna hop into my mixer. I'm gonna turn myth down a bit. There we go. Alright. So what you see going on here is all my units have health bars. It's kind of an RPG in this stretch. The trick here is I don't get more units. I can't ever make things. And that's the core conceit of the gameplay. So this guy who's very injured, if he dies, he's done. I don't get another one. I can't ever make use of these units once they're gone. So you see I got my healer, he's got 6 shots with his healing, and that's the only healing I got. After that, it's nothing. I don't get to do anything in terms of fixing stuff. So you see these 3 units, normally in like a StarCraft that wouldn't be a big deal. If they get into my archers, I'm hosed and I can't win the mission, because I need them to finish. This is where kind of like the big stuff comes into play in the game. And so I killed these guys, I went, oh crap, there's another army, and yeah. But this is kind of the core myth, is grabbing your units and moving around as you need to. So right here I got this group approaching. I'm going to use my archers to take out their archers, because tactics. And you see my guys kind of outrange theirs. They're firing at my archer. This guy may quickly die.
Buddy!
And my dwarves are being less effective because that's actually ambient environment effect. So yes! Snow, my grenades would actually be doing a lot of damage, because I'd be able to consistently hit them. Yeah, dwarves are running around, like this guy. This is still doing some damage. Go in here and take out my archers. have my regular fighters who are
Got
pretty
him!
good and doing the thing. You notice there's piles of blood and body parts that fall here. These are actually dynamic, and there are units that can pick up severed heads or axe blades or a variety of other stuff and use those pieces in combat, which is kinda rad. And healer's going up and doing his thing, which is awesome because it introduces a lot of mechanics, one of which is a super unit that the enemy gets. Again, you can see I'm kind of doing my work here. And hey, these guys aren't real good against... Those guys are pretty good against archers. When my fighters come in, they don't stand a chance, and my fighters just kind of work them. There's a lot of rock, paper, scissors going on in the combat in this game, and there's a lot of focus on formations. If I just run my units in without any precautions, they're kind of done. So this is why you see me moving everything in groups like this. And I can play the game like all the way down here if I want to and zoom in on these sprites, or I can go from out here, which is like, why would you not be playing the game this way? You'll notice the way the characters move, these are actually sprites on a 3D environment, but they do create other pieces. What's happening here is I'm setting up a booby trap with this guy. He's giving my sacrificial lamb. This guy is my fighter because he does all the damage. What's going to happen is I want to kill that super unit, so I'm going to trick him into hitting this guy, who will then explode with all these bombs on him. And here comes the enemy army. There's a lot of them. And you get other things like, hey, they leave trails in the snow when they're moving, because they're walking. And I can actually follow that stuff and find out where they're coming from. Those blood stains in the map are persistent. Myth is kind of awesome for that stuff. Like, you can do a lot in just figuring out how things work. And hey, these grenadiers, you know, physics apply. Wind affects the snow just kind of bombs out. That one went out immediately, the other one went out shortly after. This game was a pain in the butt because I never had things explode. Yeah, everybody's okay, but that actually works way better. And some archers kind of wailing away. Little fighter dude comes up there and does some damage. That's my healer, who shouldn't actually be in the fight, but I used him anyway because I'm bad. And this is kind of in general how the game works. You know, I'm running around and I'm hitting dudes with various things. It's all medieval combat-y. Every character has their strengths and weaknesses. The archers are really slow, but they shoot stuff. My berserkers don't have shields, but they hit really hard and fast. My fighters don't hit as hard or as fast, but they have shields to block attacks. All that kind of jazz. These guys are short and very weak and slow, but they make shit blow up. Stuff like this is what made Myth awesome. You didn't have your factory that was churning out siege tanks. You didn't have your commander unit who was just super powered. I say that, but you actually did have that in spots. But the bulk of the game was this. Like, hey, I've got, you know, 14, 15, 16. I've got about 20 units with varying strengths. I've got to take out a lot more than that in different encounters. And this was Bungie, in my opinion, kind of doing what they do best, because the Myth games are unbelievably good. You know, this stuff was crazy at the time. Okay, we're just going to turn the automatic camera on. I'm messing around with some of the control colors. And you can see there's all these replay settings. I'm actually watching a replay of this game. And the coolest thing about that is you could do this with anything you played. Single player maps, multiplayer, anything. So you got these guys coming in. They're going, oh crap, there's a bunch of guys with claymores. We can't run them, so let's figure it out. Oh, we're dead. And we have this kind of dynamic thing that's falling around all the action, which is pretty cool. Marchers are off engaging these guys. There's a tree in the way. Different parts of the environment will actually affect trajectories of things. Every like spear, arrow that's fired, and javelin that's thrown is a real object, which is kind of
Got
cool.
him!
Like there's no hit scan attacks, there's no anything else. Like this is all just projectiles,
Step aside.
and a lot of projectiles come out of a lot of different units. Alright, so we're gonna increase the speed up here a little bit and kind of burn through this, etc., etc. We're gonna go up to ×8, because we want to get to the big climactic fight at the end of this mission. This is one mission of a couple dozen that was in here. And what's happening at this point is I'm trying to get to
New units received.
the end level. I just got some new units. This is a rarity. This is the only reinforcements I will have in the entire game. On this map. I can't make things. I can't do any of that stuff. I just get these guys. So I'm going to form them up with my army because they're very weak on their own. And once I have this, now I can try and go on and finish the map.
That was mine!
These guys are amazing. But as you can see, I had a whole bunch of these kind of berserker fighters going in here. They came in here and started taking out my fighters, which sucks. Because I lose archers. Archers are amazing, but also incredibly fragile. One of the core things in Myth was trying to lose as few units as possible, because each of these shields is something that unit has killed, and each of these is a battle that unit has been in. The more these it accrues, the more accurate, faster, and just all-around better that unit becomes. So while you couldn't make stuff, you could definitely have a squad of veterans that was incredibly powerful. And we're going to kind of blitz through this until we get to the end. I was healing everything up because I'm approaching one of the big final fights of this thing. And again, you can see a lot of this game is formation and moving that way. That's a much bigger focus in this game than it is on something like a StarCraft or Warcraft. Alright, so we're going to turn the automatic camera off. I have these guys, which I'm taking out. The automatic camera actually makes life way easier. I should have left it on. But, listen.
Got him!
Alright. You see I'm leading with these guys because
That was mine.
and they're effectively worthless. So I might as well do that. And this is our super unit. Shroud. He is going to make my life.
Casualty.
We're gonna watch him stomp
Casualty.
it. And yes, he just kind of
Casualty.
kicks things in.
Casualty.
Hey!
But it's okay, because what happened here is I tanked him with
Hey.
my healer.
Step aside!
He ate all the damage. And yeah, I survived. I had 5 losses, I killed 67 things. The game tracks all of this stuff. You have damage graphs. You have kill graphs. You have all this. It's kind of ridiculous. And hey.
Hey, we did it!
And, oh yeah, there's crazy cheering that happens at the end of this. Everybody cheers, finds their stuff together, all that sort of thing. And yeah, that is Myth the Fallen Lords. That was a mid-range game in there. Again, you can see in replay options, you can save all kinds of stuff. I don't have a lot of save games anymore because I haven't put much on the new computer. But yeah, I really, really like Myth. I think you should play this. Thanks. Bye.